I'm sure all of you are aware of that Cuties movie that has been making rounds on the internet as of recent, and if you're not aware, Google is your friend. But here's a little brief synopsis of all the controversy that this movie has sparked. A few weeks ago, this movie initially caused controversy because Netflix had a pretty, I guess we'll say, risque photo of 11-year-olds in suggestive poses, and people blew up about that. But there were still people saying, well, the movie isn't out yet. Let's not judge it right off the bat just based on some stupid poster that Netflix decided to have for this movie. So, the movie did come out a couple of days ago, and apparently it is about as bad, if not even worse, than people anticipated. I've only seen a clip from this movie. It's of some girls at some, I guess, I don't know, pageant or whatever, twerking, and that's really all I needed to see. I have no interest in watching this whole movie. I know, don't judge a movie by one scene, but I'm sure you can't really blame me in this instance, right? But, yeah, I still see some people saying this movie is supposedly a critique of child exploitation, but when you watch that scene, that is not a critique at all, especially with the fucking editing in that scene. Okay. Anyways, I've been witnessing a lot of stupidity surrounding this movie, though. I see a lot of right wingers in the replies to the tweet that had that clip saying this is the liberal degradation of our culture. The left loves shit like this, or I don't see any feminists saying anything about this movie. See, this is why feminism is bad, even though I myself have seen plenty of self-proclaimed feminists denounce the hell out of this movie, but alright. I've even seen some people try to blame Cardi B for whatever fucking reason for this movie existing, trying to make the point that, see, performers like Cardi B act all suggestive in their music videos, thus making little girls think it's okay to act this certain way, even though her target demographic are not little girls at all, but whatever, let's ignore that. But yeah, just an overall lot of stupidity surrounding this movie, and can I ask, can we all just in solidarity say fuck child exploitation and try not to make it an issue where we're all divided? I mean, you conservatives, you always complain about everything being politicized. You hate when sports are politicized. You hate when TV shows share a certain political view that you don't like. But when you see something that doesn't involve politics whatsoever and an issue so cut and dry as child exploitation, and you twist and distort it whenever you can find a way to make it as some kind of a gotcha against the left, like, it's so fucking ridiculous because, again, you're the same people that supposedly hate everything being politicized, and yet you always find a way to make things that don't involve politics at all politicized. So you people are fucking hypocrites, but anyone with a brain knows that you people are fucking hypocrites. But I'm just saying, like, it is so fucking stupid that we live in a world that even something that should be as cut and dry as child exploitation is politicized like this, trying to make it some kind of gotcha against the other side of the political aisle. It is so fucking ridiculous, and I'm gonna be Mr. Centrist here. I'm gonna pretend to be Boogie2988 for a second here and say, why don't we all just come together and denounce this collectively? Let's stop the fighting. Let's all agree that child exploitation is bad. Denounce the hell out of this movie. Denounce the hell out of Netflix for even hosting a movie like this. And why not? What's so bad about that? Why do we have to be so fucking divided over something like this? This movie doesn't involve politics at all, especially not American politics, because this movie is a French movie. This movie has nothing to do with American culture or the supposed American liberal degradation of society. Again, this is a fucking French movie. It doesn't involve U.S. politics at all, so to stop trying to shove U.S. politics into something that doesn't fucking involve it at all, because this is a fucking foreign movie. Like, this is so fucking hard for some people to grasp. It's fucking ridiculous, because again, child exploitation is bad. This should be something agreed upon, no matter where you stand on the political spectrum. Like, it should not fucking matter what your political views are, and yet people want to weaponize this and try to use it as a gotcha against the other side of the political aisle. I have hardly seen any left-wingers at all say anything positive about this movie. People in my circles who are left as fuck hate the fuck out of this movie and denounce Netflix to hell for hosting a movie like this. Like, this is hardly a problem on the left. Maybe some fringe left-wingers out there are defending this. Fine, whatever, but I have seen the majority consensus on the left be this movie is a bad thing. This movie should not exist. This movie should not be on Netflix. Netflix should be fucking ashamed for even hosting a movie like this. So yeah, there you go. We both agree that this movie is fucking disgusting and should not be on a platform as ubiquitous as Netflix, so why don't we all collectively get together and call for Netflix to take this movie down? Simple logic, right? You know, you'd think this would be the reasonable thing to do instead of stupidly drawing a line in the sand and trying to blame the other side of the political aisle for something that they're not even fucking responsible for. And, you know, dividing being divisive on an issue that should be so fucking cut and dry and non-controversial at all, but yet you want to make up some fake fucking controversy about people on the left supposedly loving this movie, even though, again, I've seen most people on the left fucking denounce this movie. And you're also trying to make this as some kind of gotcha against the LGBTQ plus community. I saw some reply to a tweet with a clip of this movie saying, "Oh, this is why the LGBTQ plus community is adding a P to the acronym." Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck in the LGBTQ plus community, at least any prominent figure within the community, is advocating for pedophiles to be included into it? Name me one fucking person who has, I don't know, more than, I'd say, 1,000 followers. Someone who isn't a fucking fringe lunatic. This just shows to me that you don't actually give a shit about child exploitation, but just want to use this movie as some kind of gotcha against the left. And that's all you care about, because you do this with fucking everything. You twist and distort everything you possibly can into some kind of gotcha against the left. And that's really the basis of your politics. That's all you fucking care about. Owning the libs, quote unquote. If you did actually care, you wouldn't be bringing politics into an issue that doesn't involve politics, like, at all. Anyways, yes, I'm doing better, at least a little marginally better since that last video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch my last video. Things are still difficult, but it feels good just yelling about things that, you know, don't have anything to do with what you're going through personally right now. But anyway, fuck right-wingers, fuck Cuties, fuck Netflix for even having a movie like this on their platform. But I'm not going to cancel Netflix because Orange is the New Black is too good for me to cancel Netflix right now. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.